What's up, guys? Welcome back to part 3 of testing which t-shirts work best on DTF transfers. In this video, we are going to be going over two next level tees, Comfort Color 1717, a jerseys tee, as well as a 100% polyester tee. So if you guys missed part 1, that is where we tested a whole bunch of different other shirts, 5 different shirts to be exact, and the current leader of the pack is the Gildan Hammer, and the Gildan Hammer is currently sitting at a whopping, let me pull up the sheet, 91, and the runner-up is the Gildan Soft Style. So Gildan is leading the pack right now with the Gildan Hammer, the Gildan Soft Style, and followed closely behind by the Hanes Beefy Tee, the Bella Canvas 3001, and last but not least, we have the Gildan 5000 in last place as it stands right now. So let's finish up where we left off. The first tee that we are going to be working on today is the next level. Is this the 6420? Or no, so it's not the Sueded Crew. It is the next level. I'll put up the actual code that it is on the screen here now because I can't think of it off the top of my head. But let's get this loaded onto the heat press. And I actually just noticed that my heat press went into the automatic off mode, which is not fun. So good thing I just caught that. Seems like it only dropped a couple of degrees, so we'll get that guy back up to temp and get going on this. If you guys did miss that first video and you don't want to go back and watch it for some reason, the settings that we are using on the heat press is going to be 310 degrees Fahrenheit, firm pressure, and medium to firm pressure, I should say, and 15 seconds on the press. We are not pre-pressing these to keep everything consistent among the test, but yeah. Let's go ahead, give this a little bit of time to heat back up, and we'll get started on these tees. All right, got my transfer positioned on the tee. Again, we're starting with the next level. Put the transfer paper on top just to kind of act as a barrier. And let's get this guy pressed and peeled. All right, just came off hot off the press. Let's get these guys cooling. Okay, we are all good. Let's go ahead and peel this from the right corner like we did the other ones, and got a 100% release. And off my first impressions, it's about the same as some of the other ones. I'm actually going to go look at the other ones right now to kind of see a baseline and get where I'm at, because I did pick up where I left off from another day, so it's a little hard to kind of tell, but I'll get you guys in up close here so you guys can tell for yourselves. It's not that bright, but it's also not the worst that I think we have in the bunch. So again, just give me a second. I'm going to go look through all of these, and then we will be back to grading. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed the Gildan Hammer. The one right here is the Gildan Hammer, and that is the next level behind it. So hopefully you can kind of tell the one behind it is just a bit more dull than the Gildan Hammer. But I think now we have our frame of reference, and I also compared this to a couple of the other ones now. But now you can see for yourself firsthand what the difference is. This one's just a little duller. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to tell on the camera. On the viewfinder, it kind of looks like it's showing. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about here. But anyways, getting right back to grading. So adhesion quality, there's nothing left on the transfer paper. We got 100% release. So we're going to go ahead and give this a 20-point mark for the adhesion quality. Let me go ahead and try and set you up here. All right, 20 points, adhesion quality, color accuracy, and brightness. So on the Gildan Hammer, we gave this a 15, and on the Soft Style, we gave it a 15. Other ones kind of fell below 10, and this one I do feel like is in that range. However, it is slightly better than the Bella Canvas and the Gildan Hammer, so I think we'll go ahead and go at a 9 on this one. This is going to be the same as something like the Gildan, or not the Gildan, the Hanes Beefy Tee. We gave that one an 8. We gave the Gildan 5000 a 9, so it's just all kind of in that range. It's not the best. It could be improved. Detail and clarity though, looking at this, everything looks really well. There's no fringing on any of the text. Everything, like I said, fully transferred. So I think we can go ahead and assign the full 20 points. Texture and feel. Ooh, this is pretty good, guys. So basically, this feels good. It's very similar shirt softness to the actual like print itself. So when I rub my hand over it, it almost really doesn't feel like there's anything there at all. And this is, so on the Gildan Hammer, we gave it a 16, and I said basically the same thing. So I think I feel comfortable giving this a 16 as well. It feels very nice. I'm really happy with the way that this feels. And next level, this is like a fairly premium garment. I would say it's at like the high end of mid-range. So it only goes up from there. This is like one of their lowest end garments that they offer. And that's, like I said, starts at the high end of mid-range. So take all that into consideration when you're weighing all of these scores. So now let's go ahead and start with the stretch and flexibility test. So I'm going to go ahead and grab part of the design, give it a good stretch. This shirt does not want to stretch. And if you guys can tell, I'm not sure if it's because it didn't want to stretch or whatever, but it is leaving some serious wrinkles, and just like you see, it's pretty hard to tell honestly on the camera, but there's like some heavy wrinkles and disformation. I don't know if that's even a word. To the actual shirt. However, to the design though, everything looks really good. There's no cracking. Nothing to the actual design itself, like where I was grabbing it. I was grabbing onto the design on purpose because that's where I've been doing all of the other ones, but it looks good. So I think it definitely passed the flexibility and stretch test. It's just, how does the t-shirt fare? Some of the other shirts that I graded really highly in this test, they bounced back right away. And man, it just doesn't seem to be showing up. I can't get it to show up there, but this one did not. So I think I'm gonna take off a pretty decent amount of points for that. On the Gildan 5000, I gave it a 17, and that was because there was some like heavy, it was, oh man, what is the word I'm looking for? Disformation? That's not a word. Like, oh man, I can't think of the word. Put it in the comments what the word I'm looking for is. But the shirt is not bouncing back to its original state. So I think I'm going to go ahead and actually give it a 17 as well. And that'll be it for this. Let's go ahead and add up all of the categories, figure out what the final grade is for this next level tee. All right, guys, all added up and came to a total score of 82. So it is safely putting it in the excellent category. However, just barely by a 2-point margin. Otherwise, it would have fallen into the good category. And to be honest, for a shirt of this cost, it really should be in the excellent category. And I'm happy to see that it did make it there, but just by the skin of its nose. So next up, we got the Jerseys tee. I'm excited for this one. It's one of their dry power shirts, so it's 50-50, I think. And this will be the first non-100% cotton shirt that we have in the bunch. So I'm excited to see how this one goes. Let's get it loaded on the press, see how it does. All right, got the Jerseys dry power 50-50 on right now. 2 seconds left, and then we will move it over, give it time to cool, get this guy peeled. Like I said, I'm excited for this one. Let's see how it does. All right, transfer is cool. While it's still on the film, I don't see any like super noticeable brightness or like clarity improvements. So let's get this guy peeled and see what we're working with. So on first impressions, it does look pretty bright. And oh shoot, I almost jumped the gun. On this one, again, 100% release. 100%, every single time, man. I don't know whether that's a testament to the transfers or the shirts, whatever it is, but they're working. So adhesion quality, man, this is almost like a useless category. It's been 20 on every single t-shirt. Color accuracy and brightness. It looks good. Does it look better than, okay, well, just on that little thing right there, we're gonna have a big score on the texture and feel one, but I don't wanna jump ahead. So focusing on the brightness and color accuracy, I'd say it's a step above the Bella Canvas in the Gildan 5000. So I think I'm gonna go 12. That seems like the number to go with. It is slightly above what the Gildan 5000 and Bella Canvas were. And I would say, because the description that I have for 11 to 15 points is good color accuracy and brightness, minor differences may be present. And I feel like that's a pretty suitable answer for this one. A little bit below the Gildan Hammer, but I mean, this is very good. Very suitable. Detail and clarity. Again, this is one of those, it's like a useless category because they're all really, really good. I can't take any points off. I don't see anything wrong. 20 points. Texture and feel. Now, something about that polyester is doing something to it because, man, this feels great. And it's not the softest of shirts. Like, it's a bit rough. But I think that polyester count in there is really helping. So, on texture and feel, when you look at the other scores, we gave a 16 to the last next level. That one was really good. 16 to the Gillen Hammer. I think a 15. I think a solid 15 feels really good. It does not feel like it's necessarily a part of the fabric, which is what is needed to get it into that next category, but it feels good. 15. Flexibility and stretch resistance. Let's give this a go. I'm excited to see how the polyester performs on this. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a good feel on here. Make sure you guys can see what we're doing. And then 1, 2, 3. Again, this shirt did not want to stretch. It's sort of bouncing back, but it's better than the next level was, but it's not as good as some of the heavier weight t-shirts. As far as the transfer goes, everything looks good to be looking closely. So I think we can probably, so in the next level we gave a 17, I think an 18. It's better than the next level because the shirt is bouncing back a little bit, but I don't know, it's still doing some funky stuff. You can definitely tell on this one a lot more what's going on. I don't know what it was about that next level, but here you can kind of see the shirt's just like not bouncing back. You can tell it's been stretched. So yeah, we'll go 18 on that. All right, guys, got that one all graded. Came in at an 85, a respectable margin in the excellent quality range. So I'm happy to see that firmly in excellent quality. And I would say that this reflects an excellent quality t-shirt for DTF transfers. Only thing is, if you see yourself stretching the shirt significantly, maybe pick a heavier weight one that will kind of bounce back from that stretch a little bit more. All right, next up we got the next level sueded cotton tee. I'm excited for this one because it's one of my favorite shirts. It's probably the softest shirt that I have ever felt. So I'm excited to see how this one performs. Got the transfer ready to go. 15 seconds. We'll get this guy peeled, see how it does. Good. Hey guys, just want to take a quick minute to thank our sponsor for the show, AMS Transfers Plus. AMS Transfers Plus is an online platform that you can use to sell your own designs on DTF transfers. Are you looking to start your own business? AMS Transfers Plus can be a great option for you to start your business from home completely online. We handle the production, fulfillment, and shipping of all of your DTF transfers, so all you need to do is handle the marketing, the designs, and the customer support. Upload as many designs as you have to your own website and send that to your customers. As your customers order, we will fulfill the orders and send them to your customers directly. All you have to do, like I said, is market the web store and get your customers there. If you guys are looking to sign up, you can go to the website amstransfers.com/plus. That's amstransfers.com/PLUS. Go there and you can see that we offer 3 different paid plans where you can get discounts to our base transfers, which allows you to take home more money at the end of the day, as well as a free starter plan where all you have to pay for is your custom domain, and it is completely free and you get the base cost of the transfers. Again, if you're looking to sign up, that's amstransfersplus.com. Okay guys, transfer is cool. Let's get this guy peeled, see how we're looking. And first impressions, this is looking real good. On par, I would say, with the soft style. It's really bright, looks really good. And this is, what is this actually? It is a 60-40, so 60% polyester, 40% cotton. And I think that high polyester count is what is contributing to the softness, like I said. But actually, if you can get close here, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to pick it up. This is one thing that polyesters kind of have a downside with. You have to really watch the temperature of your heat press. Otherwise, you're going to get a box like this on the t-shirt. I'm not sure if the camera's going to be picking it up. It looks like it is actually kind of from the viewfinder. So this should go away over time. It's basically, my understanding is getting rid of the moisture in the tee. And because we're doing that, it's kind of changing the color of the tee. That's the way it was explained to me. Let me know if you guys have anything different, but that is one of the downsides with polyester. This will happen on basically every single color white, it's super hard to notice on white, but every color except for white. But yeah, it looks really good. Transferred perfectly. Absolutely nothing left on the transfer sheet. Again, this category is almost useless at this point. 20 points for adhesion quality, color accuracy, and brightness. Looking back over the other sheets, I gave a 15 to the soft style, and I think that this is right on par with that. 15 points for the color accuracy and brightness. That sits us a little bit below the perfect range, which is 16 to 20 points. And that is, if you guys did watch part 2, because I really consider 16 to 20 to be like that super bright white. And I just unfortunately don't think we're hitting it. So we're going to be just shy of that on this tee, but 15 is a respectable score. Detail and clarity. So if we look closely here, no problems at all. There's no fringing on the top or bottoms of the text, on the sides of the big letters. Everything looks perfect, to be honest. So we're going to go ahead and assign that a 20 for detail and clarity. And now for the texture and feel. Like I said, this shirt is incredibly soft. So it's honestly impossible to even tell where the transfer starts, where the shirt starts, except for like you can kind of see the shirt bunches up. But other than that, it feels incredible. I think this is the best one yet. And this is one of my favorite feeling shirts. So it's kind of like subjective, obviously. Take that with what you will. But man, this feels so good. I think this might be the first perfect score that we give to the texture, and it's well deserved. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Full 20 points on texture. Very smooth texture, feels like it's a part of the fabric, and man, this sure does. This feels excellent. Now guys, flexibility and stretch test. I've been pretty hopeful for this because the shirt is pretty stretchy, so I think it'll bounce back well, but let's go ahead, give it a test. Okay, get the shirt laid back out. It's bouncing back pretty well. Like you can kind of tell that it's been stretched, but like right down here, you can see that there's something happening there, kind of like a little bit of a crease. Yeah, that's sticking around, this crease down here. This is right where my thumb was, where I was grabbing it. So, got a little bit, it's going down, right? Like I'm pressing it down, it's going down, but there's still just something there. So that is interesting. The other ones have all been fairly good, but that is a bit of a problem. And the actual first problem that we've had in the stretch test. So looking at my points, transfer cracks or distorts easily with stretching, that's 0 to 5 points. Some resistance to stretching, minor cracking or distortion, and that's 6 to 10. 11 to 15, good flexibility, maintains integrity under stretching, under moderate stretching, I should say. I think we'll go ahead and do, oh man, that's a hard loss. I think I'm feeling 10 points on the stretch test, mainly just because of this right here. Hopefully it's coming through on the camera, but that crease is honestly not very acceptable. So it's just something that you have to consider. So let's go ahead, add these up. We have 20, 20, 20, 60 plus 10, 70 plus 15, 85. A respectable score and firmly in the excellent quality category. All right, next up we have the C2 Performance Tee, a 100% polyester tee. I have been waiting for this one. A couple of you guys left comments on part 1 saying that you prefer polyester tees. You like how the transfers bond with it, so let's go ahead and give it a try. Let's see what we got here. DTF transfers should be pretty immune to dye migration, so this is going to be the best test. The black garment with a white transfer. Let's see what we got. All right, guys, got the polyester done, and first impressions while it's still on the film, that looks pretty dull. We'll give it time to cool, take the transfer off, and see what it is under there, but first impressions, not looking the best. I'm gonna peel this from the side, and taking it off of the film, it honestly looks better. Okay, we're back in the game. That looks pretty decent. I'm gonna go grab another t-shirt to kind of show you guys. All right, guys, so on the bottom here we have the Gildan Hammer, the current front runner for basically every category. And on the back here we have the C2 Performance. Now, if you can really see here, the difference I mean, I don't know. Is there a difference? From the viewfinder, it basically shows what I see, and these are, I would honestly give the edge to the C2 Performance. It's bright. It's very vivid. That is white if I've ever seen it. And this is honestly, I think, the closest that we're going to get to that bright white. It's bright. So let's go ahead and put this back over there. And with the adhesion quality test, again, we got a perfect peel. The next time that we do this, I think we're going to have to reassess that category. But we got an absolutely perfect peel on that. 20 points. C2 Performance. And color accuracy and brightness. So I think this might be the first one to break into the excellent category. I think I'm ready to do it. This looks fantastic. Like, honestly, it looks fantastic. I think we can go for the full 20 points. It is, I would say, the closest that we are possibly going to get out of all of the tees to the bright white. And man, it looks, I don't know, it just looks fantastic. As for detail and clarity, looking closely, freaking perfection. Another fat 20 points for this guy. Oh boy. And now for the fourth category, texture and feel. Let's give this guy a little bit of a feel. And holy cow, guys. I'm going to have my camera operator kind of give this a feel too, so she can kind of give her opinion. But this feels fantastic. And I don't know, man. This is better than the last one. And on that one, we gave a 15. I mean, this is if there is anything that is a part of the shirt, you got it right here. This is it. This is a part of the shirt. Feels like there is nothing there, just like the fabric of the tee. Fat 20 points, guys. Oh my gosh. Are you guys? If they get 20 points in the last category, we have a perfect score. Let's do it. Stretch, test, and flexibility. Get a good grip on it. We're not holding back. We are giving it a fair test. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's get the shirt repositioned. Ooh, guys, again, you can't even tell that the shirt was stretched. There's nothing to tell that you stretched the shirt. The design, perfection, the shirt. There's no like wrinkles, thumb marks, stretch marks, nothing. Holy cow. And I would actually also like to point out that that box that I was telling you guys in the last design is kind of not even there. Guys, I think it did it. I think that it did it. I think we're going to go for the full 20 points on that one, man. It looked so good. And guys, with that, I think that 100 points, perfection. This is not expected, like, to be honest. I did not expect the polyester tee, the 100% polyester, to perform this well. A perfect score. We have a new winner, like a new front runner. The C2 Performance 100% polyester tee. So far in the test, I'm not sure that the Comfort Colors is going to be able to beat it considering the composition of the tee, but I think this is going to be the winner of our test. The C2 Performance 100% polyester. Wow, guys. All right, so let's finish this off. Get to the Comfort Colors. Okay, guys, after we cut that, I was really just admiring this tee, and I did notice something, like a very slight imperfection, and I wanted to point it out just to make sure that we're being as fair as we possibly can. Down here, it's going to be fairly difficult to show on camera, but if my camera operator can get that, there is the slightest bit of crease, if you can kind of tell, depending on the way that the light catches it. But man, I didn't even notice it the first go around, so just take with this what you will. I really don't know what I want to do to the points for this. Maybe if we get another perfect score, with like if the Comfort Colors comes out and it's a perfect score, maybe then we'll go ahead and adjust it. So maybe we might have to do a perfect score asterisk with that. I don't know. I think we'll put it to the side, let it lay out. Maybe it'll flatten out or something. I don't know, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys know. So perfect score asterisk. Okay guys, last but not least, the Comfort Color 1717 going down for the press. All right guys, transfer is cool, and there was just something that I wanted to note. This transfer did have a bit of a problem. I mean, obviously for this test I wasn't going to throw it away and print a whole another one. It's just like for testing purposes, so don't take that anything away. It's not the shirt's fault, it's the transfer's fault. Not the shirt, the transfer. All right, let's give this a peel, see what we're working with. Again, this stuff right here, transfer, not the shirt problem. But looking good. We got still 100% release on the transfer. Everything looks pretty good on the t-shirt. So yeah, 20% on adhesion quality. Again, every single t-shirt now earned a 20% on adhesion. We didn't have any problems transferring the tees or transferring the actual transfers to the garments. Everything worked out really well. So that kind of just goes to show. A couple people actually did comment that basically they like using any shirt for DTF transfers, and that can be true, but as you can see, there is going to be varying levels of differences between each of the tees. So hopefully this video is helpful and you guys can like make better decisions on what tee you want to go with for each of the different things that you're going for. So like say you really want it to be a bright tee, like really bright, like you're using white. So maybe you would choose something like the 100% polyester, since that is the brightest that we've seen so far. But yeah, basically any shirt you will be able to transfer the DTF transfer to. It's not really like that. DTF transfers are super versatile in that regard. So 20s all around in this category. As for the brightness, I think it looks good. I'm just really trying to see right now, thinking in my head whether I want to put it above or below the soft style. Looking at the previous score for the soft style, we gave it a 15, and comparing it to the soft style, it feels like it's actually about the same. So we'll go ahead and assign 15 for the brightness and color accuracy. And then for texture and feel. Now this is interesting. This probably feels one of the best out of the 100% cotton shirts. I mean, definitely actually the best, considering some of the next levels had polyester in them. So yeah, this feels really good on texture and quality. The other ones we gave pretty high marks to. I think we're pretty comfortable sitting at a 14 for texture and quality. All right, guys, moving into the stretch test. Let's go ahead and grab a good side of this, and then here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good stretch from the shirt. Let's see how it bounces back. Bounced back pretty well. You could tell that something happened here. Definitely looks like it was stretched a little bit. Let's give it a little bit of a smooth out like we did with the other shirts. Yeah, there is just still something going on at the top of the shirt. You can tell that it's been stretched, not 100% bounce back. In regards to how the transfer performed, no cracking at all, no distortion. The only distortion is actually coming from the tee itself. So all of those things considered, I think I'm comfortable giving this a 13, maybe a 14. I don't think we're quite into the 16 plus category, so 14 feels fair. And now let's go ahead and get these guys added up and figure out the final score and end this competition once and for all. All right, guys, final score. Comfort Color 1717, 83. Nicely in the excellent quality category, 3 points above. Right in line with the Bella Canvas 3001. This is a pretty expensive tee, so take that into consideration. It is not cheap. I think it's probably the most expensive out of all of the tees here, if I am not mistaken. It's an expensive tee, and it basically all goes down to the process that they use to make them. It's like a eco-washed or something kind of washed tee, and the colors that they have, like black, obviously probably isn't the coolest comfort color that they offer. They offer a whole bunch of like pretty unique colors, and I think that's why people choose them. And they also like the fit and the feel of the shirts. Like, it's a nice cotton tee, very nice. It's just expensive, and for the performance on this, I would have expected a bit more. But yeah, that's what we got for the comfort colors. So let's go ahead and take all of the transfers that we have here, give them all another look through, see what we're working with, and then we will wrap up this test. All right, guys, got all of the tees on top of each other to kind of give you guys an apples to apples. So let me try and figure out where I'm at here. So in this corner right here, top one, Gildan Soft Style. Below that, Gildan 5000. Bella Canvas 3001, Gildan Hammer, next level. Over here, we have the Jersey's Dry Power, starting at the bottom. Next level Sueded Cotton, Hanes Beefy Tee, C2 Performance, second, and at the top we have our Comfort Color 1717. So I'm going to try and get you guys all of them in shot, all of them with the same white balance so that you can kind of make out what exactly we got going on. But yeah, with this, to be honest, I probably should have done something like this to begin with and graded all of them at once, because looking back at it, it does seem like there are some differences that I missed. For some reason, the first batch, so this is almost the first batch that we did yesterday, or in part 2, and these ones look a lot brighter than the ones that we did today. Even giving, I mean, I don't know, that second one really does look bright, and I'm sure it's not going to come across perfectly on camera. But yeah, this is what we got going on right now. The best one on paper is the C2 Performance, and it is 100% polyester. However, really looking at all of these, it doesn't seem like you can go wrong. Like, they all look like variations of the same. Just a couple of them have a bit more brightness to it. And overall, for the detail, clarity, everything like that, you're probably going to want to take into account the stretch test, how each of the different garments stretch, and if that's something that you want. Also, most likely going to have to take into account the price. That's probably going to be the biggest thing. So yeah, I really hope that this video has been helpful to someone. If it has, please feel free to give the video a like. I would really appreciate that. This video was a decent amount of work. When I had this idea, I didn't think it was going to be this much work, but I was sorely wrong. But again, I think this is all like quality data. I just think for next time we should probably do all of the shirts at once and then grade them all one-to-one, apples to apples, so that we can kind of get a like head-to-head comparison. Maybe we could actually redo that in a later video with all of these tees. We'll see what we got going on. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have watched this far, let me know down below which is your favorite t-shirt to press on, and maybe I will grade it with the AMS rubric. But yeah, guys, thank you again so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. You leave your favorite t-shirt, and I'll see you guys in the next video.